Hello everyone, welcome back. Uh, that was quite an echo there. But let's get started right away with the third round of the LRC slash the second round, depending what you want to call it. Yeah, Oyakaras. First car you're seeing ahead of you right now, and it's terrible here. Before it wasn't too bad, but here it just really suffers from oversteer issues. I just couldn't control it properly. This is why I also drove so slowly and why I got last. Surprisingly, it wasn't that far behind everyone else, but yeah, still, it still got last. That's not good. You can see me sort of struggling with the throttle and brake and such, going half. Yeah, I had to drive really slowly to get it around. Next, HELRON Paradise V8, the automatic. This thing is great, but it suffers from the gearbox. Once again, the second time already. This time it isn't the issue with being an automatic. The issue is, the gearing is way too long. It's essentially not usable. So they're kind of forced to stick in the first and second gear, or slash the automatic actually has to stick in the first and second gear, which is very weird feeling. But yeah, it drives okay. Handling is decent, has enough power to crew, but yeah, not much to say really next to gearing. If you fix that, it's all good. Just needs a manual. Next, my own car, DW SPARROW. It's not particularly good here. Not really bad either, but it sort of suffers from not having enough power. So it sort of struggles up the huge hill, because this place has a lot of elevation. It's something you'll see upcoming with a few other cars too. Some of the cars just really struggle with getting up the hills, or at least not struggle, but they just don't have the torque to go up it fast. Is of course not great. This car was a pretty good example because it only has how much? 125 pound-feet of torque. It's really nothing, especially for a sports car. I mean, it is a really bad engine. What did they expect? And I got what I expected, 23rd. Next, ZEPHORUS Canyon by RYUJI. Yeah, I still really like how this car handles, but the issue is the weight. It really suffers from the weight here, because the engine just can't get got up the hill properly. One of the slowest straight line speeds of the challenge, actually, somehow, due to it having quite a lot of power. I mean, quite a lot, 244. It's not that much, but compared to the weight of the car, it's really not good, at least for such a hilly track. But still, it handles okay, so that's probably what got it 22nd, plus the styling score. Oh yeah, one thing I forgot to mention, these are the final scores. The final scores. So these are plus styling, plus the styles from, or the points from last time. So just know that. This is where you finished. Anyways, KNIGHTWICK K40 Roadster, which I'm quite sure got 21st, not 23rd. I'll have to fix that. Feels great, but it's missing the power. So, I mean, it only has 125 horsepower with the turbo. Turbo lag probably doesn't help with it. So, yeah, just give it a better engine. This thing will be great. Just, yeah, for Pseudo it's a slight issue, because it's just way too heavy. But it's not the absolute worst thing ever experienced. So, yeah, it's decent enough. Next, EMR EX8 5.0 Spider. It's got 20. This car is a great example of something that has enough power, but not enough torque. Or not enough torque. Not enough grip. Why do I keep saying torque? What's wrong with me? Anyways. Yeah, this thing is pretty weird in terms of, yeah, how it drives. It's still same issue from last time. Steering struggles here. And it has a lot of wheel spin. And actually bottoms out a bit. Seems like the suspension is a bit too soft. It's not too bad. I didn't really notice it while driving, so that's not the main problem. Its main problem is just wheel spin, I would say, steering. Next, Phantom Limo Shitmobile. Wait, no, Phantom Limo LS Shitmobile. Gotta add the LS in. Anyways, somehow got 19th. It beat my car. I feel bad. I should quit. I'll quit hosting challenge, guys. This is my last challenge, because I got beaten by Phantom Limo LS Shitmobile. Anyways, Yeah, this car still, it feels decent for a limo, very good for a limo. But you still have the issue of the rear doesn't feel connected. So, especially in Discord, you can see me absolutely struggling with the rear of the car. I actually crashed a few times there because of it. I just didn't know where it was. But that next to that corner felt pretty good. It wasn't really an issue. Next, RYUJI GOEMON RS Turbo. This car is just really fun. It's great to push around the track, though it doesn't have the power needed to get up really well. You'll see it here. It just, yeah, it's not fast on the straights, but it does well enough to get 18th. And the thing is, the handling on this thing is magnificent. I mean, I accidentally cut the corner there, but it only gains you time, and I tried to do it in every single car. But this one just did it better than anyone else. So, yeah, that probably gained it quite some time. And still, it's all-wheel drive, so it's really nice well. Next, the CLARI VIFRAYON. But that, which I really don't have much to say about. It's just very average. Doesn't have any issues. Doesn't have anything particularly positive. I guess it has some decent straight line speed. Nothing special. Goes about 90 on the straight there, and it's lenient. But next to that, there's not much to say about it except how it looks. But I already said that last time, so there's not much to say on that part. So I guess just watch the rest of the run. Next, Bahama SR1 TS by HELRON. Yeah, another sort of yeah, average feeling. It's not particularly good, not particularly bad either. But it has some slight oversteer and wheel spin. But that's really not that much of an issue. It's controllable. You can get around the track pretty well, just like you could get it around Hiroshi pretty easily. So, yeah. One of those, yeah, you can see it sort of oversteering, wheel spinning a bit. Since, I think it's mid-engine. Yeah, I think it's mid-engine. It's probably the main reason. But it's not that bad, so it's fine. And since I have nothing else to say about it, I'll let you just watch the rest of the run, which there wasn't any more of. Next, Toichi, the Kai Speed. Yeah, this car does feel pretty nice, but it just doesn't have enough torque like a bunch of the cars. You see that it only has 132 or something. Can't really read from this distance, but yeah, it's because of that reason it slightly suffers, and you can see it doesn't have the greatest of straight line speeds, but it handles well enough to be fine. So that's what ended up in it getting 15th, which is, you know, not bad. Still, it's 15th of the 52, so you can be very happy with that. Next, whenever that is, yes, next, the BIGKOK by Bib. Yeah, once again, this car has some major oversteer issues. But it's direct, so it's not really a problem. It's about the same as the last time, although the instabilities are slightly amplified on this track due to the elevation. So, yeah, if you see me sliding around, I personally don't remember where I slid around, but yeah, it's up. Yeah, stuff like that. I really don't know what to say about it, and the run is about to end anyways. So, I mean, the run isn't about to end. The clip is about to end. Okay, next, BIGKOK by Baby Again. Yeah. Once again, actually not once again. So just, it has some minor wheel spin issues. It doesn't get out of the corner the best, but it's decent and it's really fun here. So it's not really a problem. If it's fun, I'm fine with it. Essentially. I mean, yeah, some cars aren't fun, but are fast. And some cars are fun, but aren't fast. Sorry about that. I sort of forgot what I was going to say there. Yes. I've indeed forgot what I was going to say. Anyways, next. KNIGHTWICK Pulse Turbo by Martin 2005. Yeah. I will definitely drive this car again. It's so fun. It's one of the best driving front wheel drive cars I've ever driven. It's just really direct. It's not doesn't really have any issues next to. Yeah, what sort of issues does it have? It's I can't really put my finger on it, but if it was perfect, it would have been first, but it wasn't. Probably has to do with it not having 400 horsepower like some of the other cars. But compared to those cars, it does really perform respectably. So I'm happy with it, and I'll drive it again. And I heard it just hit the ground, which means it bottomed out. That's an issue, I guess. Next, DEGARI PICCOLO PIZZOCO. As you watch me going through deals, yeah, very difficult to control once again. The short wheelbase makes it, yeah, a bit snappy. You can see me sort of struggling with it, but it does feel nice. So yeah, it's really fun. Sort of feels like a go-kart, at least from my memory. At least the behavior is similar to a go-kart, similar amount of oversteer and such. But yeah, it's most definitely not perfect, but it performed well. So that's not bad, really. And I was able to control it, so that's also fine. If something is uncontrollable and I won't be able to do a lap in it, then it's bad. If I can do a lap in it, it's fine. Next, Wahoo! Once again. And this time I'll actually have the time to say something about. Yeah, it's extremely direct, extremely direct. One of the most direct cars I've ever driven, and I'll probably actually drive again. Yeah. Not much to say about it that I didn't really say last time, or I just said. Just really good. Really good for a front to drive car. Nice power, nice gearing. Yeah, gets out of the corner really well too. It's one of the cars here that really didn't have any issues in that corner, which is a surprise. Might have to do with the diff. So a lot of cars there had issues with the diff. But yeah, nothing wrong with it really. I love it. Next, the Hindenburger S69, which is very wheelbase. No, wheelbase? Wheel spin. Why are there two set? Man, I'm tired. Anyways, yeah, it has some pretty big wheel spin issues, and because of the short wheelbase, it makes it a bit difficult to control out of the low speed corners. And on the high speed corners too, it has some slight oversteer issues. But it's not that bad. You can see me actually topping out the gearing there, which is something I do here if the cars have issues with a lot of wheel spin. Which is one of the few cars I have to do. Next, CYCLOPS Rapid Mark II. Yeah, not much to say about it. Next to why is it so loud? I had to specifically lower the volume of this clip next to a bunch of the others. But no, it's fine. And driving, we don't have much to say about it. Felt about the same. Really nice. Very controllable. Good driving. Just good. Okay. But not much to say about it really. No real wheel spin issues, no oversteer issues. Yeah, I guess could have had some more power, but not really an issue. Next, El Block. The Block. Yeah, this still, again, this car is really good, but it has one major problem, the diff. It has some major issues with corner exit, so yeah, makes it a bit difficult to control. It's not bad, because it's most definitely not the worst thing I've experienced here, but it is indeed a big issue, because it loses the car a lot of time. I think it could have gained an extra second if it had a better diff. You can see that. Look at that. Some major wheel spin. Just, it's not gripping it, that corner. A lot of cars have an issue with open diffs. Don't know if this thing had an open diff or not. But next, KAMIKA Decimal Extra Small Speed. Don't know if it's extra small, but I'll call it extra small, because it is extra small. And it didn't appear last video because I was an idiot. So I think it looks really cool, which is why it gets a 9. I would really want this in real life. And it drives really well too. Problem is, it has some major force feedback issues, just like the shoe. But it's not as bad. It's not dangerous. One thing though, I don't know how this thing goes so fast on the straights. Only has 145 horsepower, I think. yeah, that, and it beats a lot of cars on the streets, and it handles really well too. So I'm impressed by such a little car. Did a good job. Next, Scaglione Barchetta RF Turbo. Yes. Yeah. Again, extremely direct, but it has terrible force feedback. Similar to the last car, but it's just, yeah. If this car had better force feedback and was less loud, I would probably drive this again. But because of those issues, I probably won't. Because, yeah. Listen how loud it is. This thing destroys your ears. It's nearly not acceptable. I should definitely put in a noise limit next time instead of just mufflers. But yeah, you can blame me on that one. It's sort of my own fault. But yeah, did well. So you should be happy. Next, Double Trouble's Mad RSX. Yeah, all there is to say really is it's dangerous here. The elevation can pretty badly unsettle it, and you'll probably fly off a cliff a few times. But still, it's extremely fast. That's not really too much of a problem. Guess it could have used some extra rear downforce or less front downforce. And yeah, I think the rear engine probably is part of the problem. But it's not, yeah, undrivable. It's not the chute or body. So that's good. It gets around the track, and fast too. Really fast. Next, the Phantom Striker GT, which didn't show up in the last video because I was an idiot. Anyway, Striker, yeah, I think it looks really cool, which is why I got an 8. And yeah, all there is to say about it is Striker. My R's couldn't R anymore. Anyways, yeah, since the thing is rear engine, it has some slight oversteer issues, but it has so much grip on corner exit, so that's not really an issue. Just, you gotta be careful. You can't just throw it around the track. You have to sort of be considerate of it. Next, the Spoopy Pup by the other cover. Anyways, yeah, I've realized that indeed the weird force feedback was being caused by the torque steer, because this thing had, for some reason, ridiculous amounts of torque steer. So whenever you give throttle, the force feedback goes all sorts of crazy, and I don't know why. But it's just as good as last time. It's just extremely fast feeling, and the times show it and prove it. And yeah, not much to say really. It's near perfect. Just wish it had less torque steer. Might be able to fix that with a better diff, but I wouldn't know, to be honest. Never had the issue. And finally, the SAKITO RYUJI, the winner of the challenge. Yeah, not much to say really. It's just dominant. It got first, and it got an 8 on styling, so no wonder it won. Although I did notice one issue with this car here, and it was bottoming out, which was sort of a surprise. I don't know how it didn't suffer any issues with it, but yeah, it didn't really stop it at all. I'm sure it could have gone faster if it didn't bottom out, but yeah, that could have gone faster. Doesn't matter when you're already the fastest. I guess next time, try to stop your car from bottoming out, I guess, and you'll be even faster. And yeah, that was the LRC, I guess. Yeah, sorry if I got any results wrong on the pictures, but the full results are, of course, on screen right now and in the description. So, congrats to Double Trouble for winning. Congrats to Palav for second, and Kevin for third. And soon, I will publish a video, a epic video about Kevin and Kevin's mighty battle. But that'll be coming soon, not immediately. Anyways, thanks for watching, I guess. And let's start discussing the next challenge. Discuss it in the Discord, discussing on the forums. And next will be a main quest, so know that we'll be doing some major funniness and maybe questionableness. And openness. So just prepare to have fun, I guess. See ya, and do something while you wait up. Goodbye.